Today I'm going to talk about your greatest gift. The gift that as a society we don't value anymore. We don't care about it anymore. And we do our best to go as far away from this gift as possible. But every time I dig in more and deeper into myself, and every time I work with clients to discover more of themselves, this gift comes up. A gift that might look like or feel like a vulnerability, but it's your greatest asset. Is the way that your life will be directed when you actually lean into that gift. Do you know what that gift is? Let me tell you. Hey, my name is Hedi Shah. I am a mindfulness teacher and a body worker, and I teach those who've tried everything to finally move beyond what keeps them stuck and in pain through mindfulness, posture, and somatic work. Your greatest gift is not how successful you are. Your greatest gift is not how good you are at a specific task. Your greatest gift is not how you're changing the world. Your greatest gift is your ability to return to your innocence. For how long and for how long can you stay in that innocence before the world and the conditioning of the world hardens you? So often we let the experiences harden us, and we create layers and layers and layers of protection around ourselves to protect the innocent. The very essence of who we are. I'm a big fan of internal family system. And every time I sit with the protectors, if you're familiar with internal family system, we do have protectors that are protecting the more vulnerable part of ourselves. I come back to that deep sense of innocence. And the amount of energy our protector parts invest in making sure that we won't be innocent is out of this world. Not that there's anything wrong with the protector parts. They are doing their job. They learned somewhere along the way through family, culture, system, society that our innocence, our very true essence of us is not enough. And it must be protected or hidden at all cost. The thing that happens is we build protector parts. The thing that happens is we build more and more walls around our innocence in the name of protection. But the same walls are the walls between us, our true essence, and our power and our expression in the world. As much as protection is protecting us from the outer world, from the things coming from the outside in, it's also protecting us from coming from here to the outer world. And that really forces us to go through life as a fragment rather than as our whole embodied version of ourselves. You probably experience this. There's this potency, this energy within you that want to go in a particular direction, or something that calls you forward, but then shortly after, there are so many reasonings, there are so many back and forth and so many arguments or conflicts around whether you should be going this way, that way, that way, that way. And then suddenly you forgot about that potency that emerged in the first place. And I often find that potency is the innocence, is our ability to not be conditioned. And knowing that, yes, I might be doing this, I might be creating this video and nobody watches it. But still, I am innocent enough to be able to continue moving forward and creating this video, because in this moment, I feel the impulse to create this video with no script. I could spend hours trying to write this down, but it won't come out the way I want it to come out. But then in this moment, I chose to be innocent enough so I can create this video on the spot as it's coming through me, and trusting that my lived experience of understanding this is enough to direct my footstep to be able to be here and create this. So when is it that you disconnect from that innocence? When is it that you disconnect from the innocent part of you that has curiosity, that has this childlike awe? And when is it, and what part of you slap into their face and be like, oh, calm down, no, that won't work. Don't be childish. For me, and I've seen that in clients as well, is the fear of being stupid, being naive. And for me, a big part of it is being taken advantage of. Because I learned that early on, if you're innocent, if you are open-hearted, not only they don't value you, they think you're stupid and they will take advantage of you. And then you can witness your life through that lens and always be in that complicated exchange with the world, because that lens defines who you are and who you see yourself as. This person who is a victim and being taken advantage of all the time. Even if you are in a relationship or in a dynamic that you're not being taken advantage of, the illusion of protection will create a scenario that makes you feel like that. So where does your innocence is hidden now? Where is it that you don't allow yourself to soften to feel this part of you? Because there is vulnerability in that. There's vulnerability in innocence. Innocence in having the courage to start something that might not work out. The innocence to start a relationship that might lead into breakup. The innocence to write something that no one would read. The innocence to be in a friendship that they may not care about you as much as you do care about them. There is innocence in that. And you know what else is in that? And do you know what else is in that? Your freaking power. The more I do this work, there is a powerful correlation between your level of innocence and your willingness to be innocent and your level of power. And it's like an infinity sign. They feed into one another. The more you can lean into one side of the equation, the more capacity you have for the other side. And it's like this. But we live in this system that made that wrong. And no wonder so many of us are disconnected from our power, because we're also disconnected from our sense of innocence. And you know what else requires innocence? is trusting yourself, trusting life, trusting your work, trusting the path, trusting the timing of everything that is happening in your life. And we see some people are much more trusting. And to some, they may sound stupid and they don't even make sense. And we're so afraid of those people's judgment of us that they may believe you're stupid, that we react and we hide ourselves, we hide our vulnerability, we hide our innocence. But my friend, your innocence is in direct correlation with your power. And your willingness to go there is your willingness to reclaim your power. Thank you for joining this conversation, and thank you for joining me on the unconditioning path. My name is Hedy, and I see you in the next one.